Welcome back, fans and friends. For tonight's episode, we have the Greenlight Barrett-Jackson, the world's greatest collector car auctions, Series 4, and in this one it'll be the 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator 428CJ. From what I understand, the Cougar Eliminator was only produced for 2 years, and this one, the 428's Cobra Jet, is what the CJ stands for, is much more rare than the regular ones. They used every engine Ford had. And so there we have all the information. This one is not as detailed. I have another one that goes through a little bit more, but from this you can see everything about the car, which when you open it, obviously you're going to lose all this information. So in terms of collecting, this thing's great. And I'll just leave that on the screen for a little bit longer so you can read it. Obviously you can, and it sold for quite a lot for 1970 vehicle, a muscle car, essentially. It's a picture of the engine there, it's a picture of the car, and obviously, as you can see in the background, it's an actual photo of the car on display, and the auction house obviously advertises itself in the background. And so I'm going to see if this model lives up to its intent. And I've had this one for quite a while. Not quite a while. I mean, obviously you can see it's made 2019. So it's roughly 2 years old. And there we go. And there you have the empty package. And as for the car itself, wasn't too much of a fan of yellow cars in general. Again, this one just grew on me. I think it's probably one of the older Greenlights that I have. So we're going to take a look at the front, and there you can see the Barrett-Jackson. Very fine print. And the Eliminator just there for the brake light. The wheels on this one are very well done. The Shelby I did earlier, I noticed some paint splotches. Both sides are different. You see the black stripe, the air scoop hood. Just gonna see if. Okay, and I did manage to pop open the hood with great difficulty, I want to say. Just see if I can get it a little bit better lights. So you can see it's actually I'd say very well done. It's not perfectly evenly painted, but I mean, for the size and scope of the vehicle, I think it's really well done. And the hood opens very well. I don't know if you guys watched the Ford Mustang one. The hoods on some of the two Shelbys is terrible. They seem to have corrected most of the issues with that later Mach 1, but this is an older model and it's already doing it correctly. So, and there again on the spoiler, you can see the Eliminator badge. We can see and there we can see the interior of the car. This is solid black, it's nothing special. But if you see how much smaller, I complained earlier about the steering wheel size on some of the M2s. Obviously this thing doesn't intend to come apart, so it doesn't need to be as big. And last but not least, let's just take a look at how it rolls. Oh, you see, look, it just wants to stop right away. So as a collector vehicle, I'd say this is totally worth it. A bit of, I think, plastic. And you can see the usual Greenlight. 2019. 428CJ. 415. And it's actually not bad detail underneath. Commented last week about the Nissan Skyline. I can't wait to get a Skyline from Greenlight and see how they do it. But this one, as you can see, I think they do it really well. Don't see the exhaust, but you see the transmission there. Tires even have Firestone in it. Yep. And as you can see, it's like, I think they did a really good job. It's almost exactly to the best of their ability to copy the look of the car, and I think it's actually really well done. So good for Greenlight. And so with that, I'm just gonna wrap it up. As like I said earlier, it's actually quite difficult to reach in there, pop open the hood, but it does open very well. And the engine does have some amazing details to it. So yeah, I'd say this is very well done from Greenlight. Maybe just the wheels, as you can see, the back one, they're a little bit wonky. But I don't intend to drive it around, use it as a toy. So it's not overly serious. It goes well enough. Anyway, so there we have it. 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator 428CJ, the Cobra Jet. And thanks for watching. I'm Thomas from Toronto. Till the next video.